What is up, guys? It's your boy Lanky Duelist, and I am finally here with my Battlin Boxer deck profile. And not gonna lie, a lot of you guys really wanted to see Battlin Boxers, especially from my last deck profile, and a lot of you guys have mentioned, and of course I will give shout outs during the video, just somewhere, you know, down on the screen, that a lot of you guys have recommended me playing Battlin Boxers with Inferno Noble Knights, and I gotta admit, it's probably one of the best bits of advice I've ever received in my life. Like, again, it just works so well, these two archetypes. However, I haven't really thrown in a lot of Inferno Noble Knights, because then, you know, a lot of you guys would rather see, you know, a pure Battlin Boxer deck with a bit of Inferno Noble Knights, like, you know, thrown in. And again, I am still in the testing phase, and a lot of you guys really wanted to see a Battlin Boxer deck profile, so I thought, why don't I just show you what I've come up with right now? But I will admit, later on down the line, once I've had enough time to, you know, fully test out the deck and still, you know, playing around with, like, the ratios and, like, adding in new cards, I will, like, you know, buy the cards that, you know, I need, and then, of course, I'll come at you with an actual proper deck profile rather than doing it on Dueling Book. And also, as well, again, my testing phases have been really limited because I have been going back to work, you know, and I am a graphic designer, and if you know someone who is a graphic designer, or if you're a graphic designer yourself, you should know that life as a graphic designer is quite busy. So, again, I've not really had much time to, again, test out Battlin Boxers, but, again, I didn't want to delay it. A lot of you guys really wanted to see this deck profile, so I'm just going to show you on Dueling Book today, and this will probably be the only time I do it, unless, you know, again, I'm testing out other decks, I don't, you know, have that much time, and you guys really want to see a profile, then I'll probably use Dueling Book just to show you what I have at the moment. But again, later on down the line, once I finish testing this deck, I will buy all the cards that I need, because I'll admit, especially with the Inferno Noble Knights, I don't really have the cards on me, and I haven't really purchased them. But again, later on down the line, once I've got all the ratios sorted out, I'll purchase the cards and then come at you with an actual proper deck profile, then the Dueling Book one. But anyways, again, let's just start off with the deck profile itself. Of course, we're going to play 3 Battlin Boxer Glassjaw. This is like this was literally one of the best cards in the deck, because like it allowed you to pretty much, you know, recycle a lot of things, and like especially with Lavalval Chain, Glassjaw and Lavalval Chain were pretty much best friends, especially back in the day. That, you know, I think like the standard combo was basically summon the headgeared, send a Sparrow or even a switch hitter to the graveyard, and then if say you have a Sparrow in your hand, or even like, you know, the Blue Mountain Butterspy or any other, you know, level 4 warriors, just overlay into the Lavalval Chain, send the Glassjaw, and then pretty much just add either a switch hitter or a Sparrow back to your hand, which again was absolutely amazing. I really love the combo, but it's a shame, again, you know, Lavalval Chain is banned. It'll be nice if Konami brought it back, because then we could do like some really old school Battlin Boxer combos. But other than that, Glassjaw, again, if it's sent to the graveyard anyway, well, if it's destroyed in any way and sent to the graveyard, even off its own effect as well, you get to re-add one of your Battlin Boxers from the graveyard back to your hand, which again is so awesome. And this card again is really abusable in the deck. Next, of course, we play 3 Battlin Boxer Headgear. This is the card you always want to start off with, because, you know, it's a Foolish Burial on legs, basically, and it can't be destroyed once per turn, as well, as long as it's in attack position. So back in the day, again, it was like alright to open up with 1 copy of him and just leave him on the board, but now, because, you know, a lot of people spam, so we can't really leave him on the board, so technically saying his second effect is pretty much irrelevant now, but back then it was quite, you know, a great effect, in my opinion. Now, Sparrow. What the most controversial card in Battlin Boxers. Now, before anybody says anything, you can summon this during your main phase 2. So back in the day, a lot of the problems were basically you could just like, you know, normal summon him, and then with Sparrow you special summon him, overlay it to a yoke, and then unfortunately you can't attack. However, the rulings say that, you know, you could still conduct your battle phase and then special summon Sparrow from your hand, and then, you know, go into a yoke. So if anybody's saying that you can't conduct your battle phase, literally just go on like Yu-Gi Pro or whatever website you use to get up rulings, and then show that straight to their face, because I'm not gonna lie, the amount of people that have said that I'm wrong with his effect really does grind my gears quite a lot, because it even says on the card as well, like, doesn't take someone to, like, you know, just pick up a dictionary and read, or even like the card, to know that you can summon this during your main phase 2, and you can still have your, you know, battle phase. So don't let anybody bully you. You can summon this in main phase 2 and still conduct your battle phase. If they don't believe you, get the rulings out for them, or send them a link, and then they can read up, and they'll look like idiots once they find out that they are completely wrong. Now, switch here. At one point I was thinking of dropping this card to 2, and I'm even thinking of dropping this card to 2. It is still a good card, not gonna lie. But at the same time, it's just that restriction that you can only summon Battlin Boxer monsters. And I feel like Switch Hitter, while he is a good card for the deck, he's also been the deck's Achilles heel. Because not only is he a great, you know, revival, but the only problem is you can only summon, you know, Battlin Boxers for that turn, which again is a bit annoying because you want to go into things like Exciton Knight, you know, Excalibur, Blade Armor, and like, you know, just any other rank 4s, basically. But unfortunately, Switch Hitters does, you know, hinder us, which again is a bit of a downside. But you never know. Again, I'm probably going to bump it down to 2, maybe. It's in my head because, again, this card does, you know, get in the way quite a lot. Not going to lie. Right, Battling Boxer Shadow. And again, an amazing card, but at the same time, you gotta have that XZ. Well, okay, yes, normally most of the time you do have the XZ on the field. However, I feel like, you know, 3 is a bit too cloggy. 2 is perfectly fine, in my opinion. And plus, we have got like many rotors to search this out, you know, from the deck, or even summon it from the deck. So again, it's not, you know, a bad card, but I feel like 3 is a bit too much, and you have to have the XZ on the field in order to summon him. Which most of the time, yes, you're gonna have an XZ on the field, but like there might be, you know, a point where, you know, your opponent puts you in a pickle, and like you can't really use his effect to, you know, summon him. So again, it's a bit of a downside, but yeah, I'd rather play 2. Now, 3 Blue Mountain Battle Spike, I feel like this is better than Goblinberg because, you know, technically saying you can, like, you know, do your Battling Boxer headgear, normal summon, dump, and then you can summon this from your hand, which again is absolutely amazing, and it helps you go into Resolve. Same with Infernal Nobonite. I can't pronounce that name, but you know which one I'm talking about because it's on the screen. Again, just a nice, good, easy special summon, and then it allows you to go into Resolve much, much quickly, which is, you know, absolutely amazing. And I think also, well, it allows you to revive, I think, a fire monster, if I remember correctly. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments section. So yeah. Now onto the hand charts, Veiler and Ash Blossom. We gotta play these to, you know, again, stop the Verdict Anaconda, getting that Dragoon onto the field. So self-explanatory why these cards are in here. Rota, I still miss Rota. I want Rota to come back to 3. I've always been vouching for Rota to go back to 3 ever since it went back to 1. So you never know, maybe even 2. Please, Konami, bring it back to 2 at least. Just test the waters. If not, bring it back to 3. All right. Durando, I think that's how I'm saying it correctly. But yeah, this is pretty much your Rota for the deck. Pretty much, like, add a level 5 or lower fire monster from your deck to your hand. Self-explanatory, easy. So yeah. Right, Living Fossil. Now, a lot of you guys are probably wondering, why don't you play Battling Boxer Spirits? I'll admit, Spirits is a good card for the deck. However, at the same time, there's so many cards you have to put in the deck, and I don't want to play more than 40 cards. So I had to kind of, you know, cut down on the Spirits, but at the same time, I needed equip cards that I can, like, you know, send off, you know, Izal. And Living Fossil, again, it allows you to still bring back a monster from the graveyard, so keep that in mind. But at the same time, you could send it off, you know, Izal, which, you know, is absolutely amazing in my opinion. That's why, you know, I've gone for the Living Fossil over the Spirits. If you want to play Spirits, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. It is still a good card. But in my opinion, like, again, the deck is starting to get more than 40 cards, and I had to cut down on, like, cards so that, you know, it is 40. And Living Fossil is still a Monster Reborn, but, you know, you can use it with Assault. Now, a bit of a wild card here, Magnum Shield. Now, this card, I'll admit, is a very trolly card because, like, especially, you know, if your opponent has Dragoon, like, they thought, like, they stopped, you know, Yoke, and, like, pretty much got rid of all the Yokes, you know, overlay units. You give them a Magnum Shield. Give that Yoke a Magnum Shield. Yeah, your opponent's gonna have a tough time. And even just having just Yoke on the field, giving it a Magnum Shield and making it 4,200 attack points, your opponent is gonna have a tough time because he has to destroy him 3 times. And even if you destroy him 3 times, my boy's gonna be, like, the beefiest thing on the field. So keep that in mind, and also technically saying it's an Izol target, so that's why I had to put this in the deck. I feel like it's a great card. It's a nice, good, sucky, trolly card. Recommend trying it out. Right, Pot Desires, this might be a controversial one, but I'll admit, I'm thinking of maybe taking this card out, because, again, I still like the +1, but sometimes, again, you don't want to be banishing too many combo pieces, especially your equips that you're going to send, you know, off the Izol. So let me know down in the comment section if I'm right in thinking of maybe taking Pot of Desires out. Because again, you know, we do play Izol and we don't want to banish the equip card. So let me know down in the comment section if I should keep this or take it out. Right, Foolish Burial. Now, as I mentioned earlier with Lavalval Chain, you technically saying Foolish Burial is your only Lavalval Chain, and you can do that combo with Glass Straw basically to just add things back to your hand, which is quite amazing. Now, another wild card in here, 7th one, because technically saying you can go into Utopic Future, because Utopic Future specifically says a rank up magic card. Rank up magic card right here. And even if you open up with this card, just send it to summon Utopic Zexal. And then your opponent is literally going to be crying, you know, in the corner of their room. Safe Zone, again, Safe Zone is, you know, another amazing card. And just think about it. Having a Safe Zone, a Magnum Shield, and a Yoke, your opponent is literally just going to be crying their eyes out, in my opinion. So definitely play the free Safe Zone, in my opinion. Now, side deck, again, I've said many times, I'm not a big fan of the side decks. I've, never endorsed it. I feel like if you're a great Yu-Gi-Oh player, you could beat an opponent without siding. And I still runs in my, my blood. But a lot of people have been asking, for side deck options, and these are some of the side deck options in my mind. Triple Tactic Talents, again, if you are somebody who has a lot of money, definitely recommend this, because again, it's a +2, so what more can you ask? And I'm also thinking of maybe taking Desires out for the Triple Tactic Talents, because, again, if people Veiler you and Ash Blossoms, you can use this, draw some cards. And yeah, trust me, battling boxes do need, cards to draw. Like, anything that allows you to get a +1 is, very good for battling boxes. Because again, we do struggle with consistency and, like, plussing off and, like, getting cards from our deck to our hand. So yeah, again, it is a nice card, recommend it. Different Dimension Grounds, I'm going to say this right now, this card is underrated. Like, the fact that not many people are playing this card is quite surprising. Because especially now that Burning Abyss are coming back into the format, like, why not use different Dimensional Grounds, punish the monsters so then they can't get any of their effects in the graveyard. Again, it's absolutely amazing. Anything that, again, that just, goes to the graveyard, just flip this over and your opponent's going to have a tough time. Yes, it doesn't really solve the problem of Dragoons, but still, it solves other decks as well. So, again, another amazing card in my opinion. Infinite Perps, again, if you have the money, go ahead, get the Infinite Perps. Now, Crackdown, okay, I'll admit, these slots here, these could be anything, but I just wanted to be sacky, in my opinion, and troll my opponent. Like, think about it, they summon Vertigo Anaconda, you take it with Crackdown, and then you can then just side in, the Dragoon package. Again, if you have the money to splash on Dragoons, go ahead. If you want to, just activate Crackdown, take the Vertigo Anaconda, let them do all the hard work, and then use the Vertigo Anaconda to summon the Dragoons, which, again, is just quite funny and trolly. Again, if you want to side these are just, like, a really good side deck option. Again, you don't have to play these, but, I just put them in here, again, if you want to be trolly and sucky against your opponent. Now, Battling Boxes League Yoke. Underrated card. Thank God this thing is 2 level 4 Battling Boxes, because I swear right now, if this did not say 2 level 4 Battling Boxes, this could probably be limited or even banned, in my opinion. So yeah, absolutely amazing as a whole. Nova Kaiser, I still think Nova Kaiser is good. I like having it at 2. It's just like a nice good option to go in there. And plus, it allows you to bring back multiple level 4s, so then you can go into, other XZs much more quickly. 105 and the Chaos version, again, they're in here for the 7th one, and I, love trying to summon this off 7th one. And again, if it doesn't work out, you've got the Utopic Zexal and, the rank up 7th one to summon, the Utopic Zexal. Now, Exoton Knight, again, like this deck, again, one problem with this deck is it kind of struggles to maintain a board presence. So having the Exoton Knight to basically just nuke your opponent's board is just absolutely amazing. And don't forget, this is once per chain, so even if your opponent like tries to Veiler it, or if they're being silly and just decide to throw a Veiler at it, just chain it, and then you still get the board wipe. So, which is, yeah, again, absolutely amazing. Excalibur, again, I love Excalibur. 4,000 attack points. Same with Blade Armor Ninja. Again, these two pretty much deal the damage if there's an open board. If there's an open board, just go into this and just beat your opponent and make them regret, putting nothing on the board. This card, again, this is a really good card. Again, there's a nice good little combo I did in my previous profile where you can just, like, get that nice good +1, in my opinion. And plus, you can basically use this in combination with your Glassjaw to basically, do that whole Lavalval Chain combo that I mentioned earlier at the start. If anything, this is also another replacement for Lavalval Chain. Utopia and Zexal, again, I've already mentioned, you play the rank card, might as well just, play this card, and plus, it helps to store for time, so then you can, like, draw into your combo pieces a bit more quickly. And then, of course, we have the Isolde. Basically, it allows you to summon, your Battling Boxes or any, warriors from your deck to the field much quickly, hence why, there's quite a few equips in here because you need the targets for Isolde as a whole. But other than that, again, that is my deck profile. Again, let me know down in the comment section what you thought about it. And again, this isn't, fully completed at the moment. Again, I will come out with you with an actual proper deck profile later on down the line once I finish, all the testing and I've bought the cards as a whole. But this is what, I've done so far. And again, a lot of you guys really wanted to see a Battling Boxer deck profile. And again, I didn't want to make you guys wait. You guys have been some of the best fans I've ever seen in my life. And again, I'm not letting you guys wait. Again, I thought might as well just show you a little snippet of what I've come up with at the moment, and then, once, again, I've finished the testing, I'll buy the cards, and yeah, just come at you guys with an actual proper profile that you guys would probably want to see over, a dueling book profile. Again, thank you guys for watching. Normally, I would say deck list is on the screen, but technically saying my deck list is on the screen right now, so definitely go ahead, take a screenshot of this, and, again, just write down a bit of paper, or even build this on dueling book or in real life. Go ahead and do that. And again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, aim it right now to get to 1,000 subscribers. So it'll be really helpful if again, you click that subscribe button and also the like button and also the notification so you can actually see these videos, because again, YouTube algorithms have been, really dodgy over the last, few years. So again, it would be helpful again if you could subscribe, click the notification bell, and like the video as a whole. And again, have an amazing day, guys, and don't forget to stay safe, especially during these dark times. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Boom.